You know, when you get a health report, it can feel like you're just looking at a bunch of random numbers and weird medical terms, right? But what if I told you that hidden inside that data is an actual story? A really powerful, dramatic story about transformation? Okay, let's dive into one.
So it all kicks off with this single number, 524. And I know what you're thinking. On its own, it doesn't really mean much. The report even slaps a low label on it. But trust me, this one score, it's like the title of an incredible book. A story about amazing progress, some unexpected challenges, and a whole lot of discovery.
And that's the big question, isn't it? That's what we're going to answer right now. We're about to crack the code on these numbers and follow the journey of this 47-year-old man who just decided, you know what, I'm taking back control of my health. So let's start peeling back the layers.
All right, first up, let's talk about the part of the story you can literally see, the physical turnaround. This is where the changes are so dramatic, you just kind of have to step back and say, wow.
And boom, almost 20 pounds of pure body fat just gone. Now, this isn't just losing weight. No. This is a fundamental shift in what his body is made of. And to do that in just a few months, that's a huge achievement.
And get this, it's like his internal clock literally started turning backward. His metabolic age, which is basically how efficiently his body burns energy, dropped from 58 all the way down to his actual age of 47. He literally regained over a decade of metabolic health. That's incredible.
And this right here, this might be one of the biggest wins of all, a 4-level drop in visceral fat. Now, this isn't the fat you can see or pinch. This is the really dangerous inflammatory stuff that wraps around your internal organs. Getting that number down is a massive step in lowering all sorts of long-term health risks.
So when you pull back and look at the whole picture, here's the really crucial part. He didn't just lose weight. Think about this. He lost almost 20 pounds of fat, while at the same time gaining over 21 pounds of lean mass. That's muscle, bone, water, the good stuff. This wasn't just weight loss. It was a total body recomposition. He literally rebuilt himself.
But you know, the physical changes are really only half the story. To see what was really going on, we have to look inside. And the blood work? Wow, it tells an even more amazing story. This is about resetting his entire metabolic engine.
Okay, so we have to talk about this one marker called hemoglobin A1C. The easiest way to think about it is like a report card for how well you've been managing your blood sugar for the past 2 to 3 months. It's one of the absolute most important numbers for understanding your risk for diabetes.
And just look at this. Only 2 months ago, his A1C was at 5.9%, which put him smack in the middle of the pre-diabetes danger zone. But now, it has dropped all the way to 5.4%, putting him safely back in the healthy, normal range. This is a massive, massive victory for his long-term health. It's a total metabolic U-turn.
But here's the thing about any health journey. It is never a perfectly straight line. Just as some numbers were looking fantastic, the data revealed a bit of a plot twist, a whole new set of challenges that were hiding in plain sight.
So check this out. In the middle of all this incredible progress, his testosterone, which was already kind of on the low side, actually dropped even more. It's now at 208, which is well below that normal range. Suddenly we have a brand new red flag.
And why is this such a big deal? Well, because testosterone is absolutely vital for a man's health. It affects everything from his energy and his mood to the very muscle mass he's been working so hard to build. So the data is asking a new question. Could the rapid fat loss and tough training be part of the reason for this drop?
And the surprises didn't actually stop there. His vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin that's so important for your immune system and your bones, it also took an unexpected nosedive, falling from a good level right into the insufficient range. It's another piece of the puzzle to solve. So just when you think you've got the whole story figured out, you're celebrating the wins, you're noting these new hormonal challenges, the data throws one more curveball, a really important and totally unexpected clue.
This right here is why tracking your numbers is so powerful. You end up finding things you didn't even know you were supposed to be looking for. And in this case, a brand new mystery popped up that really needed some attention.
And here it is, this liver enzyme, ALT, it shot up to 71. Now his last result was a perfectly healthy 36, and the normal limit is 44. So, it nearly doubled and is now way elevated. So what's going on? What's causing this sudden stress on his liver? Is it a new supplement? A reaction to the diet? The data gives us the clue, but not the final answer.
Think of ALT as basically an alarm system for your liver. When your liver cells get stressed out or damaged, they release more of this enzyme into your blood. So this high number isn't a diagnosis, but it's a supercritical signal that says, hey, pay attention to me. Something over here needs to be investigated.
So what do we do with all this information? We've got this story of incredible wins, but it's mixed with these new, totally unexpected challenges. Let's try to put it all together and see what this data-driven journey is really telling us.
So, what does this whole story really teach us? Well, first, that progress is real, it's measurable, and seeing those numbers change can be incredibly motivating. Second, it shows us that health is always changing, right? It's a dynamic journey, not some final destination you arrive at. Third, and this is so important, the data tells you the hidden truth. It uncovers problems like low testosterone or liver stress that you would never ever feel. And finally, knowing your numbers, well, that's what gives you the power to actually take control.
This entire transformation, with all of its wins and all of its new questions, it was all written in the language of data. That data tells a story of amazing progress, it reveals new roads to explore, and it gives a clear map for what to do next. It really only leaves you with one question to ask yourself. What story is your data waiting to tell?